Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Orochinagi Guides. This time we're visiting Mandarake, or you might call it Mandarake if you like, but this is the shop in Tokyo in Akihabara. And as you can see, it's got a wide selection of figures. This is in the tower in Akihabara. But we'll also show you a couple of photos from the store in Nakano Bay, as you can see there, Yori and Kyo, and these huge Dragon Ball Z figures. They're really big. But Mandarake is also known for its manga collection, and it is apparently the second biggest second-hand supplier of manga in the world. So yeah, it's not to be messed around with. Very awesome collections in the store. You must definitely check this out. And of course, lots and lots of figurines. And they have different floors, as you can see there. I took a little photo while I was in the lift, separating it into floors. Some are a bit ecchi, so you might not want to bring your grandma in there. Or maybe you do, because she's into that kind of thing by now. Yes, questionable content, but like I said, they have the whole tower, and you'll find the more vintage stuff near the top. As you can see, you might be able to spot some of your favorite figures here, favorite anime. I'm quite interested in that bobblehead nurse, and I wonder what exactly is the Cynthia Ghost. I'll have to look that up later. But some of the stuff is sealed, and of course you have the different grades, different ranges of prices depending on whether the package was opened or not. Now, actually, yes, speaking of prices, Mandarake was known for having very expensive prices, very high prices. But in the last few years, now I visited over the last 6 years and 3 times, and some of the prices have become more reasonable because of the competition in Akihabara, for example, from Jungle and Ami and so forth. But as you can see here, 20,000 is no laughing matter. It's not too bad, I suppose. 172 euros, just about. It's got the crown in there, and some of the prices have dropped because of the because of some of the rarity now has changed. Some prices have gone down because they're more around. Some of them have gone very much up. Take a look at the Breakers cartridge there for the Neo Geo. It's 420,000 yen. So remember, we're talking about different prices depending on whether the box is open, depending on the condition of the item. Now, if your item is completely sealed and hasn't been opened and you've managed to keep it in that condition, it's going to get a very good price. And this particular cartridge, there may be other factors in play here, but that's 420,000 yen. I don't know if you've just broken out the calculator while I've been talking, which is a good idea, but 420,000 yen is about $4,000 US. $4,000 US. I don't know about you, but that's a little bit insane. But hey, like I said, rarity of the things, or just market value, can certainly change the price of items. And some people say that Mandarake was very pivotal in the pricing of certain objects, and as I said, they were very expensive before. They kind of, I think, had a bit of a monopoly on a lot of the vintage stuff. And as I said, then we had more of the competitors coming up. And Mandarake has got about, I don't know, 5 or 6 stores. But now they've got competition with people, with other companies that are kind of more reasonable. And so, people buy, people sell, people buy, people sell. And now the prices, apart from some objects like this, seem to be more reasonable. If you saw in the previous picture here, Alice over here is about 9,800 yen. That's the character in the middle. Yeah, that's still very expensive for practically a gacha. She's like one of the rarer gachas to catch, but I think it was more expensive the last time I was here. But anyway, let's continue on. So as I said, we looked at these Neo Geo cartridges. There are, if you watch the other videos, there are other places that you can check out. course. But lots and lots and lots of things to look at. But I would advise that when you come here, you try not to buy everything you see immediately. And like I said, I go over more things on the guide on what to do. So check out the website after you've had a nice look through the video. But you know, I don't know every anime, but some of the stuff in here is wild. It's so and I don't recommend trying to buy a gun, even if it's a replica. Getting that through customs is going to be crazy. But maybe the more science fiction type weapons might be acceptable. But I think there's a European law which says you have to have a orange barrel to clearly identify that it's a toy, which is just sucks. That just sucks. But yeah, if you're fans of all kinds of anime, you'll find all kinds of stuff, and there are lots of junk loot boxes on the corners. They're very, very cheap prices because they've been damaged or because they don't have a box. Though don't forget, of course, we love to say that the Japanese have a very, very high standard of what they call junk might be actually A grade or B grade to us. However, has to be mentioned that I've seen a lot of tourists badly handling objects, so stuff that's in a junk box is probably going to get even more junky because people like to chuck it around and discard it like it's trash, which I highly recommend you don't do, please. You know, try to. Oh look, there's Shinobu's cushion there. Try not to do that because yeah, you know, some of the objects in the trash boxes are actually really good condition, but of course if you just drop it down you know, like it's trash, it's really going to end up trash, and that could be for someone a really nice present. Check out the Predaking or whatever the hell it is, I don't know, sorry, no, that's coming up in a second. Spoilers. But yeah, so many vintage things, and I think really, yeah, Mandarake is I'd say more famous for the vintage stuff. If you want newer things, more common, like popular stuff, you don't need to go to Mandarake. You can go to Ami or something like that. But for some of the vintage stuff, even Mandarake even collects some of the bootleg stuff that isn't actually licensed, which makes it a really, really interesting place to look at if you haven't seen this kind of thing before. And there's a Predaking. You know, I'm pretty sure that one's licensed, but I don't know. So many different types. And look at the Sunstorm. Oh, it's fantastic. But that brings us to the end of my little guide to Mandarake. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got other videos coming up, but I kind of need some likes and subscribes to motivate me, you know what I mean? So if you can drop a comment and tell me that you want to see some more, that would probably motivate me to show you some more pictures and clips. And you know that some of the stores have relaxed their policy of taking photos, but some of them have not, and yeah, it's a bit of a problem there. But I'll see what I can do, and yeah. So if you want to support me, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Also, you can always visit your website. Like I said, it's got lots and lots of information for SNK fans and fighting gamer fans of the SNK type, with some guides and some museum photos. I'm going to put all of this stuff onto the website and give you some more information about how to go around with your shopping in Akihabara. All right, this is Gunny from orochinagi.com. We'll see you guys on the next one.